We are living in a truly incredible time for medicine. The pace of innovation is just breathtaking. Today, we're going to dive into some of the most exciting new research that isn't just a promise for the future, it's actively changing what's possible right now.
And that quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The future of medicine isn't some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. It is literally happening in labs all over the world, and what was just an idea a few years back is now becoming a reality for all of us.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at three distinct and honestly pretty powerful breakthroughs. We'll break down what they are, how they work, and most importantly, what they could mean for our health. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, we are going microscopic. I mean, really, really small. See, one of the biggest challenges in medicine forever has been figuring out what a drug is actually doing once it gets inside the body, specifically inside a single cell. I mean, think about it. How do you know for sure? Is that medicine hitting its exact target, or is it causing other things to happen that you didn't intend? For so long, getting a clear answer from inside a live cell has been almost impossible. But yeah, that's starting to change. To get how, we first have to talk about something with a fancy name, G-protein-coupled receptors, or GPCRs. But don't worry about the name. The easiest way to think about them is like tiny doorbells on the surface of your cells. Hormones, brain signals, and a huge number of drugs work by ringing these specific doorbells to tell the cell what to do. They are absolutely fundamental to how our bodies work. So check out how this new biosensor works. It's such an elegant solution from researchers at IIT Kanpur. First, a drug comes along and rings that GPCR doorbell. Then this new sensor, which is based on an antibody, comes in and latches on only to that active ringing doorbell. And the moment it connects, it lights up, giving off a signal that scientists can actually see in real time. It's brilliant. And that is a complete game changer. For the very first time, researchers can literally watch exactly when and where a drug is working inside a living cell. And they can do it without messing up the cell's normal functions. This could make developing new drugs so much faster and safer, and lead to therapies with way fewer side effects. It's a massive leap forward. All right, for our second breakthrough, we're zooming out. We're going from the single cell to the entire body. For decades, medical imaging has been really good at telling us where a problem might be, but it's always struggled to tell us exactly what that problem is made of. Okay, here's the difference in a nutshell. On the one hand, you have a standard PET-CT scan. It's good, it shows areas that are metabolically active, which can be a sign of cancer. But now look at this new hybrid. Researchers have combined that PET scan with something called a dual energy CT. This new setup doesn't just see the activity, it can also tell the difference between fat, soft tissue, and bone with incredible high-definition detail. So what does having this much clearer picture actually mean for patients? Well, it means we can detect cancer earlier and more accurately. It lets doctors understand if a little spot, a lesion, is dangerous or totally harmless, which cuts down on the risk of false positives. And it helps them track exactly how well a treatment is working with amazing precision. Our third breakthrough takes on a completely different kind of challenge, a shape-shifting enemy. You see, viruses like HIV are notoriously difficult to fight because they mutate so fast. They're constantly changing to evade our immune systems and our treatments. And that's the central problem, isn't it? It's like trying to hit a target that's not only moving, but also changing its appearance every second. A drug that works perfectly today might be totally useless tomorrow, just because the virus has evolved. So how do you beat that? Well, the answer might be in something called broadly neutralizing antibodies, or BNAbs for short. Now, these are not your average antibodies. Think of them as a newly discovered class of super antibodies that can see right through the virus's many disguises and take out a huge range of different HIV strains. So how do they do it? What's the secret? It's all about the strategy. Instead of attacking the parts of the virus that are always changing, these BNAbs target the parts that are conserved, the essential bits of machinery that the virus can't change without basically disabling itself. They're going after its Achilles heel. And the potential here, it is just enormous. This approach could lead to treatments that last a long time, maybe requiring only a few doses a year. But even bigger than that, it gives us a blueprint, a real path toward developing an effective HIV vaccine, which is, of course, the ultimate goal in stopping this epidemic for good. So let's take a step back. We've seen a sensor that can watch a drug work inside a single cell, an imaging system that gives us an unbelievably clear view of disease, and antibodies that can outsmart a mutating virus. What does this all add up to? What does it mean for the future of healthcare? And you know what? It's not just these three areas. The pace of discovery is picking up everywhere. Let's do a quick lightning round. We're seeing simpler, faster MRIs for diagnosing things like prostate cancer. There are new drugs like Baxdrostat for people with treatment-resistant high blood pressure, and there are even old approved drugs being repurposed and showing promise against Alzheimer's in early models. The wave of innovation is definitely building. When you put it all together, what this really means is a future of medicine that is more personalized and more effective for all of us. Better, earlier diagnostics will lead to better outcomes. More precise treatments mean a better quality of life with fewer nasty side effects. And every single one of these discoveries in basic science just lays the groundwork for the next big breakthrough. But as we celebrate all this incredible scientific progress, we are left with one final and absolutely vital question. These amazing new tools are becoming a reality. So the next great challenge is this: how do we make sure that these life-changing innovations can actually reach everyone who needs them? Now that's something for all of us to think about.